Go.
Hey guys, it's me, DJ Under the Addiction, and this is my first time doing this. It's a Facebook Live stream. I'm going to be answering a lot of questions, demystifying who DJ Under the Addiction is, and awaiting your questions and answering them promptly, accordingly, and with a lot of love. So yeah. This is me now. This is me coming from close to 10, 11 years of DJing. Been doing this as a side hustle for the last 6, 7 years, then took it fully as my main business operation as at 2, 3 years ago. Yes, let's just say 2 years back. It's become my main hustle. I would say 31 years of age, around there. You could give or take 5 or 10 years off, you know. And born of a tribe hailing from the coastal province, Mataita. I'm not going to reveal my marital status right now. Pardon me, I eat crisps when I'm nervous. I'm staring in front of a camera. This is not easy.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a beautiful baby boy, by the way. His name is Anwar. I wish you could see him, but he's not around. But yeah, that's for later. That's for 3 months to come. I'm not single. I'm not married yet, but things are working out. I'll post my wedding on social media because it'll be a very secretive affair. What else do people talk about themselves? I don't know how people manage to release a 10-minute statement of their lives. I mean, I've gone to school, yes, I'm a lizard, got my degree in business IT, which I shoved up. I put to rest 5 years ago. I found entertainment more profitable for me because it was something I loved doing, not something I studied, something I loved doing, and it is so easy for someone to do something that's naturally inborn as compared to something that you have to study and keep on reading about and keep on sharpening your prowess via education, of which will cost you so much more, other than doing something that is actually inborn. When you just get to learn something on the fly, you're just like, wow, so this is how this works. If it comes naturally to you, then that's a God-given blessing, and I choose to stick with my God-given blessing and follow up with my IT career. However much I still do it on the side, it earns me quite a bit of money on the side. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? I love gadgets. I love gadgets. I love the way technology has evolved machinery this big from doing one task to machinery this small doing many tasks. Give or take an iPhone. You can't compare what an iPhone was 6 years back to what it is now. However much the features just keep on progressing slowly and slowly and slowly, but you'd be surprised to know that with this you don't need an iPad, with this you don't need an iPod, with this you don't need an iWatch. But hey, people still go ahead and buy the same products over and over. But I'm not marketing Apple, I'm talking about technology. Give or take, back in the day we used to have VCRs. We plug in a whole cassette, to watch a 90-minute movie. And right now we progress to video CDs, then DVDs and Blu-ray discs that contain all manner of information. Then, thanks to what is called the internet, you need none of that. Just stream it live, straight from your laptop. And what else? I've gone off topic. If I was a topic, but It's the first time. So yeah, for you who's watching out there, shoot, ask me questions, talk, let's interact.
Okay, so let me ask you the questions. First, you have someone called Zosi Kazitu who says, "Hey, Baba 6 inch." First question: if you could be any age for a week, what age would you be and why?
Whoa, it's a good question. Wow. For a week. Zosi, let me tell you, off the top of my mind, I'd pick 40 because it's such a landmark, it's such a benchmark for many people. It's actually past the life expectancy age for Kenyans. And they say life starts at 40, so I want to see what life that is, that happens at 40. I want to see what midlife crisis is, so that I start avoiding it now. So that I plan myself, well, it's not far from where I am, but I plan myself accordingly so I didn't come with such a shock, such a wow thing, such a depressing age that it gets to the point I can no longer function as, I can no longer do anything as routine. Everything has to be spectacular. I mean, today I'm waking up like, wow, I'm 40 years old in 3 days. Wow, this is it. I've made it. Wow, I'm 40 and my guy who's 39 is earning 15 million bob a month. No, I need to prepare myself to be 40. So I need to see what 40 is all about. Then maybe. Or 18. But yeah.
Who do you trust with your life?
It's a very deep question. For the longest time, I've been raised by my uncles and aunts, and my grandma, and my late granddad. So I have formed such a bond with them to the point of I used to call my grandma mom and my granddad dad, just as is. I have formed such a bond with them that they have actually welcomed me into their family. And my youngest uncle, my mom's smallest bro, is the closest relative I have at the moment. His name is Joe. He's exactly 10 years older than I am. So you can see there's not much of a gap between the two of us. So we grew up more or less same house, same mannerisms. I picked up a lot from him. Music-wise, thanks to him, I listened to all genres of music from back in the day when I was growing up. And music grew inside my veins thanks to him. And I could basically say there's I'll name three. I'll name three. There's Joe Ongai, who's my uncle. There's Victoria Ongai, who's my mom's younger sis, who took care of me after my mom passed on. But that's a story for another day. But she's like my mom. I used to be scared of her more than I was of my mom. Took me through high school, took me through campus. And then there's my better half, of whom you guys will get to know later on. She's quite the element. Right.
What did you do as a child that you wish you could do now?
I guess digging into my memories. Live a carefree life. Sadly, as adults, everything we do has a consequence. You sleep, you oversleep, there's a consequence. You don't eat, there's a consequence. You don't brush your teeth, there are so many consequences. You hang out with the wrong people as an adult, consequences are there. I mean, the cops jump on you like flies on shit. But yeah, I loved the part of childhood where everything was so carefree. All you needed to do was wake up, run outside, go and play, come back, you'll find food on the table. Go back outside and play, come back, there's food on the table. As long as you haven't broken anything in the house, as long as you've not torn your clothes, as long as you're not bleeding, as long as you've not broken someone's window while you're playing. You come back, day is done perfectly. Come back into the house and chill. Sleep, wake up, repeat. That was fun. Nowadays, you oversleep by 1 extra hour. You're missing out on business, especially for me who's an entrepreneur. I'm partially employed because I work for a radio station at Capital FM. But most of my revenue comes from my own hustle. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't look for that work, I don't eat. So I miss that carefree element that my childhood gave me. But this is now.
Okay, so you have a question from Tasha Van Muloko. She says, "Hey Andre, did you go to a school to learn DJing or it's self-taught?"
Never attended any academy. Hi Tasha, how you doing? Tasha is my cousin. I love her to pieces. I didn't go to any academy to learn how to DJ, but what happened was I used to sneak out of campus. I was in the same school with one of Kenya's most prominent DJs, DJ Hypnotic from Kiss TV. We went to the same campus. Then he introduced me to a couple of his friends who were already into the DJing art. This was at Code Red. Then slowly by slowly went to clubs, watching guys play. Then after repeated observance and everything, I tried it out, failed miserably, tried it out again, got the hang of it. Just like any skill, you will never be perfect from the get-go. You need to practice. And with that opportunity that I got from Hypnotic and all the other DJs that I have met through my journey to becoming what I am now, I have learned an enormous amount of, what do I call it? That word, what do I call it? That thing. It's not scary. Let's just say I've bagged a whole lot of education from just observation and practice, and also a background of music listening and appreciation of music from different time frames and different genres has also boosted my position in the industry. A lot of appreciation has come from older DJs who are like, you can't be this age and you're playing this music, as in this music was there when you were being born. How do you relate to it? I'm like, I grew up listening to it. Like, okay, fine. So how did you put your love for music is what drove you to become a DJ? Because I didn't want to be a performer. I didn't want to sing. I can't sing other than the national anthem. Don't ever ask me to sing. I can't sing. I have mini stage fright, but it kind of goes away like 3-4 songs. I have yeah, that's basically it. Just the knowledge of music and the passion to want to be a part of music creation or a movement through music push me in the direction of being a DJ, but soon jumping into production, so keep in mind. Watch this space. Yeah.
Okay. Arnold Asiligwa has a very interesting question. He says, "Hi Andre, where did you get your pants? I want for my son and I."
Mr. Asiligwa, these are Minion customized Minion pajamas. Got them from Washington DC. I'll get you a pair if I'm traveling this year. Please remind me, send me a reminder. You can DM me on Facebook. I'll see the message between now and November before they wipe it out. But yeah. Sasa, thanks for tuning in, Arnold.
Okay. What's your favorite song? I know it's hard to ask you that question.
I don't have one. I'm sorry, I don't have one favorite song. I have many. If you pick a genre, I could tell you 10. my favorite song that will never miss off my playlist. If you, I'm constantly listening to new music every day, and I fall in love all over again with some music, and then I go back to the archives and fall in love with music all over again. So I can't tell you for a fact that I have a favorite song, but let me just check this out. For now, for the next give or take 24 hours, I'll give you my favorite song. Something I had yesterday, it was released last week. It's called, funny thing, it's a hip hop song. It's really hip hop, not this trap nonsense by the way. Not mumble rap, not anything of the sort, but was it Fat Joe? Fat Joe and Chronix released a jam like 3 days ago. It's not Chronix with where is it? I played it yesterday. I played it the day before. Yeah, when contraptions decide they're not working, they will not let you prosper. Here we are. Oh, it's not even Fat Joe. Fat Joe had where is it? Fat Joe and Dre, So Excited. That was on Monday. That was my favorite song then. Yesterday, my favorite song. Busta Rhymes featuring Vybz Kartel and Tory Lanez. It's called Girlfriend. It's just the one. But yeah, this guy's released songs like Excretion. Happens probably twice or 3 times a day. So then something new. But if you take me back now, then I'll have a different answer.
Okay. Stephen Kahoro Thuku.
Stephen?
Kahoro Thuku asks, when can we get more projects between you and Linda 254?
Oh, be very sure that was just a medley. It was a sample of 4 songs that we will work with. And that was just last week. Every 2 weeks, release a song. Every 2 weeks, release a medley. So there will be a whole lot of projects coming on between the producer himself, Oweshim Janja, Eric Mutabari, I see you, and Linda. 3 beautiful ladies. And of course, myself. That guy, addiction, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Marian Noni asks, hi sir, it's an executive producer. First, I love your work, and who's your role model?
Marian, executive producer. She's the one. She's just the one.
Okay. Atieno Amisi, she says, Starboy, what keeps you going? Constantly happy or laughing, always pumped and positive. I admire that.
Okay. Who's that? Who asked that question? Jackie?
Atieno. Yes, Amisi.
Hi, Madam Atieno. That has really boosted my soul. I'll just take it right through honestly. We have one life to live. The least you could do is make it miserable for yourself. You have one shot at life. You have no fallback plan. You have nothing else to bank on. It's only you, your skill, your determination, your perseverance, and your will power to succeed that drives you. The only way you could go is up, and the only thing that could bring you down is yourself. So it's just something infectious. I mean, if you're happy, constantly happy, like my manager, Madam Hilda, I pick up a lot from her. Constantly smiling, even when you step on her small toe, she'll still smile. That happiness rubs off on a lot of people. That positive energy rubs off on a lot of people, and you become an icon, a symbol of happiness, a symbol of something that people recognize you for. And with energy, how do I put it? You really don't have much of a choice, because I'm in the service industry. You can't really see, touch, or feel my goods. So in the service industry, there's no room for having bad days. You might have a bad day at work, and some people might pick it up like, hey, this guy is not there. Like, I had one just this past weekend, but it was quickly sorted out. There's no room for bad experiences. You cannot carry emotions to work. You cannot carry a bad day to work. You cannot carry grievances. You cannot carry a grudge to work, because as a performer, people expect the best from you. People come to feed off your energy. So if you're dishing out bad energy, I mean, it just doesn't work. And at the end of the day, it's not them who will suffer, it's you who will suffer, because people attribute good energy, good vibe, and everything to you. And if you emit anything other than that, then you fail. Okay? So, Atieno, I see you.
Okay, Stephen Tuku has a series of questions.
Hey, so
he asks, when can we get DJ Andre merchandise? And you had mixes on Mixcrate that are not on Mixcloud, some of the old ones. Are you planning to upload them to Mixcloud?
Okay. Tuku, avid fuller. Let me start answering from back to forth. When Mixcrate crashed, it went with a whole lot of archives, because what we believed by that time, we didn't have as much storage space as we did now. So for every mix I used to make, upload, and let it stay on the cloud. I used to use that as my archive. So when it crashed, it went with a whole lot of creative stuff that I can't get back. But the best thing about it is that I've taken up the challenge to recreate some of that work, and I upload them on Mixcloud, and there's a new site that hosts my video and audio mixes. It's called mix.dj. I'll post the profile on, I think it's on my Instagram page, but I'll post the profile on Facebook. You can catch everything there, new and old. But what I get you asking is that you will get the archives. Pole Pole, I'll rebuild them. I know they're somewhere. I know someone has them on CD. I know someone has them on hard drive. I'll rebuild them, Pole Pole, and they'll be yours for sharing. Okay. And then there's something else he asked.
He asked when can you get DJ Andre merchandise? Yeah.
Okay. There's a strategy I'm trying to employ with merchandising. It's just not going to be t-shirts, hoodies, caps, vicombes, umbrellas, travel bags, and the regular biro pens and key holders that will have Andre Addiction branded on them. That's branding, that's not merchandising for me. What I want to do is something very, very different. I'll have limited stocks of different apparel out periodically, and I'll stock them. I'm planning on stocking them in select stores, for which, give or take an example of a classic t-shirt, not branded AA everywhere. You can't even wear it anywhere, like if you're going to church or something like that. A modest logo somewhere, and it'll be a limited design of 100 pieces per item. You get? So once that is done, move on to the next design, move on to the next design. So what I'm trying to do is have people collect them, not just buy them for keeps, for the sake of having Andre merchandise. So with that kind of strategy, it requires a lot of planning, because you cannot keep a huge gap in between the period that one item has been released and the next one. You need to roll out with a plan, roll out with consistency, roll out having aligned every outlet, and advertise as well, so that you're not having a huge chunk of money lying in t-shirts that are not moving. You get? And also you need to figure out what's being done different. With me, I'm all about being different. I'm not about replication of what someone else has done. I'm not about duplication. I'm not about going with the just stand out and be different. Yeah, you had another question?
No, that's it.
That's it.
Olive Cabin says, hi Rafiki. Jimmy Sunday says, good stuff. When are you coming to Mombasa?
Procedure. I don't know. You see, there's been I'm sorry to say, let me just give you the black and white about it. There's a monopoly within the entertainment scene. There's certain venues that don't. Not let me say venues. There's a certain mentality with certain areas, with different areas in the country. So people already have the monopoly. They're saying that this kind of entertainment cannot be accepted here. This is how we want our entertainment done. I'm an artist. You can't tell me how to do my job. I consider myself an artist. You can't tell me how to play my music. You can't tell me do this and this. Because by the time I'm coming to play for you guys, I'm showcasing what I can do, not showcasing what is expected of me to do. You can't tell me this music plays now, this music plays now, this music. So it's happened. I'm just giving you a backline of an idea of what goes on. So it's happened so many times that some venues dictate what they want the DJ to play, what kind of entertainment they want. It's perfectly natural to have a client list, and to understand your client base and your client list and what your clients appreciate as good entertainment. But governing the creative work of an entertainer is not the way to go about it. And I haven't experienced it in Mombasa. I've experienced it elsewhere. I've experienced it in Nakuru. I haven't experienced it in Machakos. But there's also this stereotype that I'm an old school DJ and people are not too comfortable with that. So, but I'll come through. There's some projects we're working on with a beverage I can't mention. And is it 2 o'clock? The law doesn't allow me to mention it until 2 o'clock. Yeah, a certain beverage we're working with. It's not a soft drink. That will see us travel throughout of Kenya, marketing this product, and then we shall meet up. Olive, Alisema.
Alisema tu hi Rafiki.
Oh, okay. Hi Olive.
Arnold have another question. You're a role model to quite a number of young upcoming DJs.
Stop! You're lying.
Is mentoring / training something you would get into?
Sorry?
Is mentoring / training something you would get into?
Okay. Training, thanks for acknowledging that an inspiration to many. I frankly didn't think so, honestly. But I've thought about training and mentoring. It's just that I thought about it in a different aspect that totally blew me off, the whole concept of training and mentoring. I'd planned on launching my academy in March this year. So after deep thought, I put everything on hold, and basically I thought I was ready to do this, but after deeper thought, I discovered I'm not a patient person. I don't know how to go over training someone whose mind frame is not in the same space as mine. Because I learned everything I know because I had a really deep-rooted passion for music and an urge to perform, but just not sing. And the only way I could find to perform music, and well, it's not playing an instrument, was to DJ. And so I threw all my energy there. Now, for me, it'll be easier to find someone who has the same mind frame as that. But if not, then I don't know how I'd react. I don't know how I'd deal. I don't know how to get through to someone that way. Because I won't lie, quite a number of guys have come like, yeah, I want you to teach me how to DJ. I'm like, let's do this. I have equipment at home. Come through. They come. So the first question they ask is, where do I scratch? And already I know you and I are on totally different pages. Like, okay, then I ask you, you want to learn how to scratch before you want to learn the basics? Yeah, we just want to see the honeys and everything. Here we can't work. And it's happened not once, not twice, not 3 times. So just by that, I already lost my patience. I lost my bearing, lost the need, the desire to pass on the knowledge. But having rethought everything, I don't have to be the one who's doing this physically. I can delegate. But as much as it is my academy, I have to be there personally to give guidelines and everything, and be a mentor from a distance. Point out wrongs, point out errors, and give guidance to some guys who are going astray. So I will take it up. I have probably a third of the equipment needed so far, but I am working on it. It's coming soon.
Steven asks again, do you have a personal media crew? If not, tunaapply wapi?
Steve, let me tell you something. Yeah? Okay, I'm not too good with things I'm not too sure about, things I've never dealt with. I normally ask around for assistance, and I thank you for volunteering, but there's someone who will talk to you shortly about that, and she's better placed. She's my manager. Her name is Hilda. She will talk to you about this. Ukiona kuna kadema mekudiem, usistuke. Usifikirie na kukatia, ni biashara. Sasa?
He asks another question. By the way, do you ever see yourself as a priest? Your thought process and vibration is normal.
Priest. Did I tell you my last name is Wangai? So, I will not lie. I'm very, very religious, very in touch with my God. I know I'll be involved in ministry at some point, but as a priest, I don't know. I'm not refusing that blessing. Thank you for the blessing. Amen. Thank you for the blessing. But let's see. No, we're not even 40 yet. We'll get there. We'll get there.
DJ Me Superfly.
Superfly.
Utanunua lunch lini?
Tukutane kesho jioni.
Hi. Kaleche Mumu asks, when is our lunch date happening? 3 years is a long time to keep a girl waiting.
Madame Kaleche Mumu, how are you? Now, this lunch of ours needs to happen this week. As in, for real, this week. You have 2 days left. Actually, you have 2 lunches left this week, senior. This week, I'll look for you. I still have your number. I hope you haven't changed it. And please explain to your boyfriend it's just a lunch date. Mr. Kikwanza kufuatwa. These hot women have problems, but
Shalom Shivu Muriki says, stop chewing live, your spirit is amazing.
I'm chewing crisps. Just say you want.
Stephen asks again, what's your favorite Issa song?
Issa?
Yeah.
Maisha.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay.
Right to the end, especially the last bridge.
Okay. What book are you currently reading? Do you read?
Nakuna kunijudge. Nimesoma mpaka uni. And that's the end of my reading. I really don't like reading. To the point of I used to pay attention in class just so that I can avoid reading books and apply that attention. Apply everything at Atlantic class. In the exam, pita exam imeisha. Hata people daily, nani ya bure imagine. Sisi soma. Hata ukinieka kwa pulse, I won't know. The only thing I can read now without being pushed is the Bible on Sundays and other days when I'm referring to scripture. But yeah, I really don't like reading. Really don't like reading. If you can put that into a documentary, I'll watch. And yeah.
Another question. Kindly explain why most DJs have Macs even though they are serious Windows laptops.
Oh. Don't get it twisted. Half of them don't know why they have Macintosh. But it's something significant to Apple's, and a lot of Windows machines now are employing it. Windows machines, okay, let me start with Macintosh separates the operating system with regular storage space. However, still on the same hard drive, it actually separates it completely and gives itself some room to operate. You get? Now with Windows, everything shares the same space. So it'll get to a point you will load your machine on a Windows so full that your operating system has nowhere to run around. It has no space to work with. But on a Mac, there's only a limited amount of space you can fill up on your hard drive. But your operating system will remain intact with enough space to perform any task. Launch a rocket, download those blue movies, black movies, white movies, colorful movies, and yeah, still operate. But, and also, Macs have, how do I put it? They're less prone to viruses, and with the entertainment industry, the only way we succeed is by sharing content. Rarely do we buy any content, so you're forever downloading off the internet. Viruses are by the millions. You're forever swapping flash drives. Swapping flash drives with your colleague, your pal, you're giving out mixes. Not that there are no viruses for Macs. They're actually all built by Macintosh machines. But there's minimal chance that it would affect you or your machine. So it's safer working with a Mac. It's easier. A Mac is a very, very, mark my words, very blunt machine. It has one button on the trackpad. One. An iPhone has one button. Mac products are generally blunt. They're just easier to use as compared to Windows. The same shortcuts you'd use on a Windows, you'd use 3 fingers. On a Mac, it's one. You get? So it's not many DJs can give you that explanation, but for me it's much easier to use. It's more reliable. I'd use a Windows if you could find a machine that would be as sturdy and equally partitioned, but yet again also a bunch of the DJ software comes from the United States. They're manufactured there, from there, and the States is Macworld. That's the only, it's the most used PC, laptop, or mobile device. It's always a Mac. So there's some softwares that we use that are only available on Mac, and for what do you call it? I can't say acceptability across the board, but for uniformity, say for like TV, the softwares that we use are available only on Mac. And for the graphics options, for whatever video mixing that us guys do, it's easier just to use a Mac. If you use a Windows machine, you'd have to get similar software, which is like what you charge probably like $300 or something to get it, just for a license. What's the point? My boy has a Mac and that software is for free. Just go that way.
Kiyomi Waidaka asks, DJing as an industry is saturated. and reinvention is always the way to stay on top. My question is, have you seen the gap to reinvent? And if so, what are you doing to harness it before another? And if not, why not?
Now this guy is asking me, Steve Gumi, it's you. I see you trying to get me to release my secret. But I'll tell you anyway. Yes, it is saturated. It's, I mean, every other, but then no pun intended. Every other person graduating with a degree is either a DJ also, or a local artist, or what's this thing that the Chilis are calling themselves nowadays? Socialites. Yeah, it's. I'm happy that the times have changed to be able to accommodate the art scene more than academic scene. We're having more artists out there. We're having more DJs. We're having more musicians. We're having more chefs. We're having more everything else. Not that the professional scene, having lawyers, doctors, and bankers, has gone down, but a lot of people are jumping into the arts, and that's expounding that sector of the economy. Not just necessarily fighting for the economy that was, they're also expanding it in their own way. So the only way we keep on reinventing ourselves is by doing something that people are not doing. You get? I have focused a lot of my energy and a lot of my research, a lot of my playlist, a lot of my mantra. Get me? You feeling me? Yeah, on what used to be, not what will be, not what is, but what used to be. Nostalgia. You see me? Yeah. So basically, I'm working with stuff that you used to listen to, used to appreciate for the little time you did, and totally forgot about. So by giving you that experience, you're not getting something that you guaranteed to get the next day. You're not guaranteed to get it the next door. Or even though someone was to duplicate it, they don't understand exactly what the history is behind what I do and what I'm trying to achieve by serving you these two tracks back to back and taking you through this journey, taking you back to your first kiss, your first date, your first thing you did in the back of a car. Yeah.
Marion Nani says, which is the last verse you read in the Bible, and mention it please, i.e. chapter, verse, and the book.
It's here. Am I supposed to read? I'm not supposed to.
I think you're just supposed to, like...
I now seriously, after 66 books in the Bible, I can Marion, seriously. But let me tell you anyway. It was in a group that I'm in, and I can tell you I can tell you off the top of my mind what it was. It was about Jesus and the devil. Yeah, like half the Bible talks about Jesus and the devil, you know. But okay, it was that there's a pastor who walked into church carrying an empty birdcage, and then he put it on the pulpit, and of course, guys are like whispering, mumbling, what's going on in. Then the pastor said, "Yeah, I know you guys have seen the empty birdcage." Then he went ahead to explain. As I was coming to church, I saw a boy carrying this birdcage and had two birds inside, and he was whistling. He was happy. The birds looked like they were shivering, but I don't understand. Birds really feel cold. But anyway, that's what me read. Okay, so The pastor asked him, so what are you going to do with these birds? Are these yours? Like, yeah, I just found them over here, put them in the cage. I'm going home with them. I'm going to torture them. I'm going to pull out the feathers and everything. See how they react, how they suffer. Make them fight each other. Then, what are you going to do with them afterwards? I have a bunch of cats I'm going to give them to. Cats like birds. They're going to eat them. And then that's it. Yeah, that's it. So the pastor gave the boy $10 for him to take the birds. It was like $10, easy. What? Disappeared. He went to have fun. So pastor let the birds go. They flew off. Then he walked into church with an empty bird cage. I was like, okay, so that's the story. Like, Jesus and the devil were talking. Then the devil said, I grabbed a bunch of human beings. I'm gonna have some fun with them. I'm gonna make them create bombs, create disease, shoot each other, kill each other, hate each other, and then they just ran themselves all into extinction. Like, why would you want that? Oh, just for fun. It was me like it. Okay. What would I need to do for you not to do that? As in, what do I need to do to save them? As in, to get them off your hands so that you don't torture them. I need your life, I need your blood, and everything you're about. So that's when Jesus died on the cross for us, and we were saved. But it's only upon us to accept his salvation. You get? And there's a scripture there. If you allow me to just check on it. John 10:10, God's grace. Answer your question?
Nasarian Lesit says, hi Drew.
Who? Nasarian! Oh my god!
And then Ray Uribe asks, please upload your latest mixes on Mixcloud. Stephen again asks, Nike or Adidas?
Adidas. Any day. Any day.
Then he asks, Mercedes or Beamer?
G-Wagon. Mercedes. Quite on the contrary, people normally, Nike guys, there's Nike, it's a fad, there's Nike, Jay-Z, or Nike, Jordan, Jay-Z, Benz. Then me, I'm that guy. Adidas. Okay, Benz was my, yeah. Benz, Nas, and Tupac. Oh yeah, those Biggie in the other group, I forgot. Jay-Z, Biggie. I did Jay-Z, Biggie, Nike, Jordan. Yeah, those shitty guys.
Yeah, there's just a funny comment. Joshua says rotate the camera 90 degrees. The last question.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, no, is this better?
Alright, the last question before anyone asks anything. What's your favorite word in the English language?
That's a really tough one. Fun.
Okay.
It could be a whole lot of things.
Mwangi Tosh Kiyama asks, so your team pack?
I'm team?
Pack.
All day, every day.
Hi, that's it.
That's
oh wait, we have Steven. Do you have problems traveling with your decks on flights?
It's a problem, especially because we use turntables, old vinyls. They're heavy, so no flight. I mean, I have to go with someone if I'm to check them. I have to pay extra baggage. But yet again, they're also delicate. however much they're in the flight cases, you have no idea what happens in transit. You have no idea what happens when they're unloading and offloading. So I choose to find equipment where my destination is. So I check into the venue, equipment is set up, play. Melissa, just carry your laptop out and disappear. It's easier. And once you've been in the industry for long, you tend to get to know a couple of names of who has equipment that you can use, and who's reputable and who's not knocking you off. You get.
Okay. Mwangi Tosh Kiama, who do you consider Kenya's greatest rapper?
This case is setting me up, I swear. Well, let me answer this question differently. I know if it was an exam, I'd have failed. Calligraph Jones is a very, very, very good rapper. Takes his work seriously. Has good work ethic. He practices, and he's creative. Brilliant calligraph. But someone I'd play, and actually there's two of them, I'd play without even flinching. Bamboo, Abbas, hands down, I'd play without even flinching. Those are two of my favorite rappers. I can't rank one over the other, but they're two of my favorite rappers. But Calligraph is good at what he does. He's a good rapper. Not my favorite, he's someone else's favorite. Probably my manager's favorite. Yeah.
Joseph Kamunge asks, advice to upcoming DJ.
These guys are coming into a market that's already saturated. It's like opening a dealership for M-Pesa right now. No. The only thing you could do different, the one thing you could do is do something different. Not necessarily in your music, but in the way you do it. DJs have come in with the mentality that a good DJ scratches a lot. Quite on the contrary. A good DJ has to play Nigerian music. Not necessarily. A good DJ has to play songs like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. You have to have this remix, you have to have this drop, you have to have this noisy effect on it. It's not necessary at all. But do something and sit back and watch. Out of the iconic DJs that you know, whatever, locally or internationally, look at all the iconic DJs that you know and some that you don't know of. You don't know of. Look at something that they look for their signature. There's something different that they have. That however much, even though they play the same songs amongst each other, there's something different about them. Whether it's their MC, their dress code, the what, there has to be an element that is unique to only you. That is what you sell. Otherwise, you're playing someone else's music, you know, so anybody can do that. And the power of the music has come to the people. It's no longer that the DJ is iconic for, I'll hear a new song only from that guy, or I'll hear this song only from that guy. We have YouTube, we have so many sites that we download our music, and we have devices that shuffle our music, and we program our playlists. So the music is no longer, the DJ is no longer an authority. The people are. So that's why people come and tell you as a DJ, I want you to play for me this song, it's brand new. It's here, it's here. Like, DJs didn't even know. So you're like, okay, sir. Then you end up playing the same songs over and over because this is what the people want. No, you're losing the whole essence of being a DJ. Okay. That's my advice. Right?
Barbara Mumbua Karanja. Hi, Andy. Do you
Someone's
mentor
called me
young
Andy.
kids?
Someone knows me from far. Hey, Barbara.
Do you mentor young kids who have an interest in DJing?
Not yet, but catch me in about 2-3 months. I shall be in a position to do so. Okay?
Stephen, the super fan, asks, when are we having Andre TV again, aka FB Live?
In exactly 2 weeks, I'll have new pants. I'll have new pants for Arnold. We'll switch up the venue kidogo so it looks more lively. I think I should have audience kidogo because I can't be answering all the questions myself. I'll have my manager over here. I'll have a very, 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 very beautiful lady called Miriam Kanzitu. She's an amazing person. She'll also better placed to answer some questions on my behalf. Then I won't make it just a heavy interaction. I'll have probably a camera now that you can see more, you can talk to, there'll be a lot of movement. You get? Sawa. Thank you so much, Steve, by the way, for tuning in. Umenijenga, umeniuliza maswali. They've asked me stuff I didn't know about myself, by the way. But meshukuru.
That's it.
Alright. Bye Zosi, bye Arnold, bye Steve, bye Mbua, bye who else was there?
Joseph.
Bye all of you. Nikianza kusema hapo by the time tutamaliza time. And it's almost that time.
Right.
Okay.